Victor, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm happy that you came down to see us. So what's on your mind? You had some questions you wanted to ask from your perspective, so go right ahead.
I did. Thank you for having me. My first question is, what professional and personal skills are necessary to succeed in injury and accident law?
Well, the skills and the traits that are necessary for success are similar to what you would need to be successful as a lawyer in general. But first and foremost, you have to have a passion for the job. As a matter of fact, the Code of Ethics for lawyers actually requires that. It says that you have to be a zealous advocate for your client. Another skill to have along with passion is compassion. And what that essentially requires is that you've got to be able to empathize with what your client is going through. Remember, they came to you and they are facing some very difficult circumstances, maybe a very challenging time in their life, and they're coming to you for your help. And so you have to have that ability to recognize what they're going through and to feel that pain, that suffering, and be able to channel that to the passion that you need to represent them and get the best result. Another skill that is very important is you've got to be a good communicator. So I noticed on your resume that you've participated in things like We the People.
Yes.
Were you also in like debate?
Yeah, there was like an outside group that I was part of that debate.
So in both of those activities, I assume you learned how to effectively present your position and to argue the points that were necessary, I take it?
Yeah.
Well, there's another part to being a good communicator besides being able to do that, and that is you have to adjust your communication skills to the audience or who it is that you're speaking to. And as a lawyer, you're going to come across a wide array of people that you have to be able to communicate with skillfully and effectively. So for example, you may have a client who came in and he's an oil field worker who just got hurt out in the oil fields, or maybe an agricultural worker who was injured by a piece of unguarded machinery. On the flip side, you may have to be in court in front of a judge, or even a Supreme Court justice arguing a case. And so your ability to communicate with that person is going to be different from your skill in communicating with the client because it's a different audience, right? So you have to adjust that. Along with that, you've got to have an ability and a willingness to listen.
Thank you so much, Jim, for having me. It was an honor. It was really a pleasure to meet you, and I hope to see you again sometime.
Well, thank you, Victor, and I also hope to meet you again sometime in the future. You know, whenever I come across young people such as yourself with the motivation and the talent and the desire to want to impact other people's lives and effectuate change, I feel very hopeful that our future is in good hands. So follow your passion.
Thank you.